Hey everybody, welcome to another week of the Remi review. We've got some slick new sound going on today. I've got the eggs of power, and we're going to talk a little bit about left and right. Here's the eggs. Egg of power. Anyway, we also have a new contest that I wanted to bring up. This is pretty exciting stuff. You've really got to send me an email at remistevens@remistevens.com, and you might be added to the Remi domination plaque, right? And so this is for people that win the contest that we have on the show. You're going to have your name etched for eternity onto the Remi domination plaque. I might have spelled domination. I spelled it dominaton, but I etched a new I. So now it says domination plaque, and you can have your name added to that. So what is the contest anyway? The contest for this week that we're going to start with: when will the show stop airing? If you win this contest, you're going to get your name on the plaque, and I'm even going to send you a t-shirt.
Yeah, tell him, man.
We're going to have days of the week, and we're going to put, we're going to just section off the Fridays, because we're shooting on Fridays here. This will be like the football pool at your work. You can just send me an email at remistevens@remistevens.com, and I will fill in the Friday that you believe that the show will no longer air. Now, I'm putting in my contacts this morning because my glasses, if you know me, the glasses I've had for 20 years, they broke again. I don't have any super glue, so I've been putting on my contacts, and I'm looking at the case, and it says left and right, and I'm pulling out the right one, and I'm looking in the mirror, I'm putting in the right contact, and just for a moment I thought to myself, do they mean my right or their right? Everything's reversed in a mirror, right? I don't think it's that crazy to think that, but anyway, I did. You know, and I think it happened because all week long I've been thinking about left and right. This is the terrible segue into
World
egg of power. Now, what are the eggs of power? Might be control of the military, control of taxes, control of the police, the ability to change the law, the ability to issue money. I mean, there's so many things that could be included in the eggs of power. So when we're looking at these eggs of power, there's basically two types of people, and I'm going to pigeonhole everybody, including myself, into two groups right now. The first group is Democrats, people who believe in democracy, not the capitalized Democrats in the United States. Definitely not talking about them. Just talking about people who believe that the world or their government or whatever should be run democratically. Now, on the other side, the other of the two groups of people, the exclusive, only two groups of people, are the ones that believe that an elite or an individual should be in charge of the eggs of power. Now, to break down the autocrats, you've basically got two groups within the autocrats. You've got the people who are actually in charge, and you've got the people who want a system where someone is exclusively in charge, but they aren't actually in charge. Now, it might be because these people, you know, have the expectation that they can make the jump up into the elites, or maybe they're just servile. They want to be dominated and live in a place where someone else runs the show. Now, we'll go over to the other side. This is the democratic side, right? And on this side, we have two definitions that you're all very, very aware of. You have your left and you have your right, okay? And the theory on how this left and the right is going to work and how it will be able to bring the eggs of power to the hands of many people. Well, the left theory is that we take all the eggs and we keep them in one basket, but we make sure that everybody's got a hand on that basket. Government is big. The government has lots and lots of power and provides a lot of the services and things that we need every day, but we all have a hand on that. We all get to have a say in how that basket full of eggs is used. On the other side, this is the right side of the Democrats. They have another good suggestion, that we take the eggs of power and we put them into many, many baskets with many different hands. And if you just spread out the eggs of power, there's no chance that one person will take the basket for themselves and run away with it. I like both these theories. I'm going to say it right now. I am quite strongly in support of the left or right.
Yeah, boy!
Now, let's go back to the autocratic group, right? We got these autocrats. Now, at the top of the autocrats, you have these elites who are actually running the show. And they have this little monetary scam going on that most of the population doesn't know about. Essentially, bankers issue the money that we use. It's not coming from the government, it's being issued by private banks.
Boo!
Our democracy doesn't mean squat so long as somebody's still controlling the money. It's a glorified student council. And then, yeah, we get to vote on whether or not we have a school play this year or whatever other garbage it is. So the elites running this economic scam, sitting at the top of this autocratic group, needed to find a way to trick the majority of us who are on the democratic side into subverting ourselves and becoming the bottom of the autocratic side. And the way that they did this is to take left and right and turn them into neo-left and neo-right. Don't be a neo, please, don't be a neo. The best thing that they've come up with to make right Democrats fearful and join the neo-right is to convince them that government itself is bad. Government is your access to authority. There's nothing inherently wrong with the government. It's just the people we keep electing to government. If the government can be small, but it needs to be powerful to ensure that we don't defraud each other. And that's what we have now. Bankers are taking advantage of us. They're defrauding us constantly.
Yeah, bring the truth,
Or
man.
within the neo-right, they've convinced you to be fearful of labor, which is ridiculous. Labor is people doing things that we need. Why would we be afraid of these people? Let's be afraid of the people who are taking more than anyone else and providing absolutely nothing. Doesn't that make more sense? And I mean, just look at the principles of a free market and capitalism. Somebody can form a group and collectively bargain. We do it all the time. You wouldn't call a mutual fund socialism, would you?
Yeah, boy!
From the neo-left, they're afraid that someone who isn't the government is going to amass so many eggs of power on their own that they'll start bullying the government around. The neo-left can demonize things like religion or foreign countries where there's human rights abuses, and we go in and blow the crap out of them, and then there's more human rights abuses, but it's not the ones that put in the media, so something positive happened there. And the biggest fear that they stick you with is this fear of the right wing, so that it doesn't matter what it is that you're voting for or what it is that the politician is doing, as long as he isn't that guy in the right wing, you've done yourself a favor.
Yeah, Remi.
If you're a neo, left side, right side, you're okay with the fact that your government has a debt because we believe that having a debt was important for us to get a home, to raise our families, and so likewise, it's okay if the government takes out debt to expand the military because we need the military to protect us. Or it's okay if the government takes out debt to expand the public service because we need the public service. Whatever your belief is, neo-left or neo-right, there's something you think we're supposed to be spending money on and that it's okay for the government to take out debt to spend that money. But it's ludicrous. The government could just print the money themselves. They let private bankers print it and borrow it at interest instead of printing it themselves. Now, the mainstream media is run by the elites at the top of the autocrats who have designed this whole neo-crap system that everyone's following. They've convinced us that crime is high. Crime's been going down 30 years. I think we have maybe 6 minutes left on the battery on second camera, so we're going to have to move to the news fail for this week.
News fail.
I kind of have some old stuff stuck in the pipes. We're just trying to clear that out. I realize that this isn't completely current to this week, but just have a look at this. Cover of the Metronews, the day after Easter. Now, I don't know. What does that look like to you? I thought this was ridiculous. I couldn't believe there wasn't more uproar about it. If you don't know what the Metronews is, here in Toronto, there's usually good-looking, desperate people standing outside of the subways wearing gear depicting a certain newspaper who will hand you the newspaper. Please take this pack of lies. I have some lies. Would you lies? Yes, thank you. And I took it. This is the left-leaning or neo-left lies that they hand out at the subway here in Toronto. There's also another one called 24, the neo-right pack of lies. See, that one, you might get a little bit of actual reading in this one. The neo-right one is just ridiculous. I mean, they've completely run out of ideas. It's just coupons. But anyway, here in the neo-left, we have an article. Let's look at this. When to sell your gold, according to the Metronews. Okay, so this is an article. Well, wait a minute. This part is an article. This part here is an ad for Money Mart telling you that they buy gold. Any country that actually has decent income these days is buying gold like crazy. Of course they are. The richest people in society as well, investing in gold. So the people in charge of the world are purchasing gold, and the Metronews is telling the middle class in my country to sell their gold, right? Bullshit.
Yeah, Remi.
Really, it would make more sense if maybe they stood outside with, you know, crystal ball or something ridiculous. Pack of lies today? Pack of lies? Thank you.
Consume.
Oh, now we're really down to it. I think I have about 2 minutes left on the camera. We're going to do the consume part of the show. We're going to be reviewing this week Tivoli pans. Now, the Tivoli pan, I bought this pan at HomeSense. It said right on it, it had a big sticker right here that said, safe for use with metal utensils. So that's why I bought it. It was actually 3 times as expensive as the one beside it that didn't say safe for use with metal utensils. So I bought the one that was safe. And I took it home, and the very next morning I made some pancakes. And I grabbed I got my metal spatula, and I went in there and I got the pancakes going. One use, metal spatula. Can you see this here? I don't know if we can see that. But there's a giant scratch there. Now, if you cook over in this part of the pan, you'll burn whatever you cook there because of this big frickin' scratch, right? Tivoli pans. Now, if the people who've designed the neo-left and the neo-right, if they were running Tivoli pans, which actually they probably are, they would have just put a sticker right on it. Flip your pancakes with a blowtorch or a nail gun or a steamroller or something. That's what it would have said. Use a steamroller to flip your pancakes, and then you'll have to come back into the store and buy another damn pan.
Culture.
Jim Smetchland here with the cultural report. Remi Stevens performs Disco Inferno.